Hello! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and such exciting news, as you guys can tell by the title, but we got a doggy! Say hi! Hi YouTube! Yes, we got a dog. Very exciting update. So her name is Malibu, and I will be talking about her more in this video, but it was a long time coming that we got her, and we're so happy that she's here with us. But we are just so excited to have a little doggy. So if you guys want to hear the story time of how we got her, the shelter that we got her from, all of that, I will be talking about the entire story time of how we adopted her in this video. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, leave some comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so we decided that we wanted to get a dog like a while back, like months ago, before we even moved into our apartment. We wanted a dog. And so when we moved in, I had started looking at different shelters and a lot of adoptapet.com, a lot of petfinder.com, just to find dogs in LA County. And so one thing that I didn't know was that it seems that like everyone in LA is trying to adopt a dog right now. It's a very hot commodity thing to do at the moment. And so basically I had started looking at dog adoption websites and all that stuff, and so basically we started looking, and so I thought that it would be like a really easy process, like just going to adopt a dog, and I quickly found out that it wasn't that easy, especially during COVID. That is a whole other tale. And so I started finding these really cute dogs, and also, side note, we wanted a dog that was small, that would meet our like apartment requirements, which was no like big dogs, and then also we wanted one that was like a girl dog, and then also we preferred one that was like fluffy, so like not really any like chihuahuas or anything like that. And so what is she doing? And so with those requirements, it was sort of harder to find dogs in the shelters. A lot of the dogs that they have are pit bulls, a lot of chihuahuas, and just a lot of like bigger dogs, and like the dogs that are small, most of them are chihuahuas. And so we didn't want a chihuahua, so it took a little bit of time to find one that we really liked. So we started finding cute dogs on the websites, and so I would see them, and then I would see that they weren't available to adopt until a specific date. And the reason why that is because they'll find the dogs, and then after that they give the dog a few days until their owner can like come get them. And so, and so basically, like if someone were to find a dog and their owner was looking for them, they wouldn't be able to just adopt the dog like the next day in case the owner is still trying to find them. And so a lot of the dogs, it was like available in like 5 days or whatever, but I didn't know that you can call like right away when they put them on the website, and sort of be on a wait list for the dog. I assumed that you actually had to wait until the day that they were available, and so I didn't realize that at first. So I went through all these dogs that we saw, and then when the time came for when they were finally available, I would call, and then they were like, oh, this dog is already getting like adopted today, or this dog already has a full wait list, things like that. And I was like, dang, like everyone is trying to get these dogs. And so I used Pet Harbor. So with that one, it basically shows all of the dogs that are in the shelters within a certain radius around where you live. And so with that, it basically showed all the shelters in LA County, and then I also expanded the radius, so it also showed some in San Diego, also in Bakersfield. And so with that, it would show all the dogs that were available every day. And the sad thing was, dogs were getting added every single day, and so I would check constantly. It would be like every hour there would be like new dogs available, so I just kept on trying every single day, and it was getting like super frustrating at first because a lot of the dogs kept on getting taken. I would call shelters every single morning when they would open at 8 a.m. every single day, and I would get told every single day that the dogs that I was interested in already had interested parties ahead of me, or it already had a full wait list, so they weren't taking any more people. And so I came to find out that everyone was super fast in calling the shelters, and it was also super frustrating too because when I would call in the mornings, it was a super long wait time. It would be like, there is 20 people ahead of you, and I was like, bruh. And so it was super frustrating, and then by the time I got to talk to someone, they'd be like, sorry, the dog no longer available, blah 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 blah. So we went through that for like a few weeks, and so after that I started looking at like Adopt-A-Pet and Pet Finder. So with Adopt-A-Pet and Pet Finder, those are a lot of the dogs that come from rescues. And so the difference between rescues and shelters is that with rescues, they're actually private organizations who adopt dogs from shelters, so the shelters can bring in more dogs so they don't have to euthanize them. And so with the rescues, they are able to get to know the dogs better. They get to be with them on more on like a one-on-one basis, versus the shelters, they don't really know much about the dogs. Usually the dogs at the shelters, they're only there for like a short period of time before they get adopted, versus the rescues, they really get to know them before they adopt them out to their future families. And so with Adopt-A-Pet and Pet Finder, they had a lot of dogs on there too, and so I would also check that constantly all the time. And so there were a lot of rescues in LA, Orange County, and San Diego County, so I just kept on looking like all the time. And so after all of the LA County shelters, I kept on asking to get appointments. All of the dogs that I was interested in, they emailed me back about all of them and said that they all had full wait lists, and all had interested parties ahead of me, and I was like, this is really frustrating. I can't seem to get a dog through the shelter, which is crazy. Also with the shelters too, due to COVID-19, you can't just go to the shelters and like walk through the kennels. So everything is by appointment only, if I haven't mentioned that before. So you do have to make appointments, so that's why the call volumes were really high. There was a lot of just craziness with that, so that's why everyone was calling constantly with that, because you needed to make an appointment to see any kind of dogs. So like usually pre-COVID, you would just be able to go to the shelters, walk through the kennels. If you liked a dog, then you'd be able to like adopt it, but right now you have to make appointments to even just go to the shelter. So that's why it was really difficult with the shelters. But with Adopt-A-Pet, that's where I found Malibu. And so I was scrolling like every hour on my phone, on my iPad, all the time, because I was just desperate to find a dog. And I came across a bunch of rescues. There were a lot of other dogs too that I had inquired about, but a lot of them either didn't get back to me, or they were already like full wait lists like usual. And so I found this rescue that I got Malibu from, and it's called My New Hope Foundation. And so they are located in like Marietta, Temecula, Menifee area. And so with them, they are a private organization. I will link their website in the description below if you guys want to check it out, and also the dogs that they have on their Adopt-A-Pet. And so they're a private organization. They have all of the dogs that they've rescued from shelters themselves. And so I saw Malibu listed, and her original name was actually Autumn. We changed her name because we wanted to give her a better name. My sister's guinea pig was named Autumn back when she had a guinea pig back in the day, and we wanted to give her a different name, so we changed her name to Malibu. And I saw the listing for her, and it said to just contact them and call and ask if they still had the dog available. So I called them and asked them if she was still available, and they said that she was. And so after that, they texted me and basically just told me that I just had to send pictures of where I live and like the outside area of like where she would like go out to pee and like play and stuff. So I showed them pictures of our apartment complex, and in our apartment complex, it's a completely gated community. It has a lot of doggy trails, a lot of grass. There's a lot of people here who have dogs, so it's a very dog friendly place. And then also pictures of our living room, our bedroom, all of that. And so I sent pictures to them, and they were like, okay, perfect, when do you want to come meet her? And I was like, that fast? And so we actually set it up to meet the following day. We adopted her on August 4th, and so we went to and drove to Menifee. Oh, hey, we drove to Menifee, and that is like an hour away from us. So we drove there, and we actually met this girl in a parking lot, in like a Rite Aid parking lot, because they're not allowing anyone in their facility due to COVID again. And so we met her in a parking lot. Malibu was in the car, and she was super excited. And we basically, I asked her like what the process would be, and she was like, well, you're gonna go ahead and meet her, and then if you like her, then you can adopt her. And you'll just fill out an adoption application, and then you can bring her home. And I was like, wow, that's super fast. So we met her, and she was super sweet. She's the sweetest thing ever, and we were like, okay, we'll adopt her. And so I just filled out a quick application form, and wrote my name, information, all that, and then signed like a little contract saying that we will take care of her and all of that. And so it was super fast, and then she was like, okay, here's your dog. And we were like, okay, sounds good. And so that was really exciting. But we drove her home, and she was super pumped. She loves car rides, so it was really nice, because sometimes dogs, like my dog at home, they don't like car rides, and they get super anxious and like bark and don't like car rides at all. But Malibu loves car rides. She loves them so much. She'll like jump into the car, and she loves them. But we went to PetSmart, picked up some things. We did pick up things before we actually got her, and then we picked up some things when we had gotten her. And I will be making another video of all the things that we have for her, that we purchased before we got her, all the things that we've used in the first week. Okay, but this is Malibu. Say hi. We don't know her breed. They have absolutely no idea. So if you guys have any clue what she is, let me know. But we are thinking that she is some type of terrier. We think like Norfolk Terrier with a mix of like Maltese, maybe. She doesn't shed, which is good. We think there's some type of poodle in her. She doesn't like the camera. But she's very photogenic. She has her own Instagram, so make sure you go follow her. I'll link it in the description, but she's such a good girl. She has the cutest ears too, and like very long legs. But let me know what you guys think she is. They do believe she's about 2. She has her vet appointment on Monday, so she's excited about that. Say hi. Hi, hi, hi. She loves playing with her toys and taking naps, and she's the best ever. I'm very excited. We've had her for a little over a week now, so she's definitely gotten used to us. We are very close now, but she's the sweetest dog ever. But I just wanted to make this little update video. If you guys have any more questions for me about her, let me know. I could do a little Q&A about my dog. Then I will also be making that video with all of the things that we bought from like PetSmart, Petco, Target, all of that. But we're super excited to have a little member to our fam. My boyfriend's currently studying right now. He started medical school, so that's exciting, but we're super excited. But that is just our little dog update. So if you guys have any questions, let me know, and there will definitely be more dog content coming soon. We're looking for some cute little dog friendly places that we can bring her to and all of that, so we're so excited. So if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, leave some comments down below for me, and then don't forget to follow my Instagram at emilygmyint. You can follow her Instagram at That's So Malibu. We will be posting all of her dog content on there. And then also lastly, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more dog content and future videos. So that is it for today's video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.